version of the Christmas dinner around the world. But there's one thing they have in common, that they're all very festive and so delicious. Today we are going to learn a few of these Christmas dishes from Austrian chef Gerald Prinz. From Austria. With over 20 years living in Asia, he had a chance to cook at all three regions of Vietnam. Currently, Chef Gerald Prinz is the director of culinary at Hanoi Daewoo Hotel. Whichever position he's in charge of, Gerald Prinz wants cuisine to be the connection of cultures and to introduce the diverse dishes of the world. On Christmas this year, he has come up with the idea of building a version of the Notre Dame Cathedral Basilica of Saigon with gingerbread house, a typical bread for Christmas right in the hotel. Not satisfied with the sold chocolate flavor, he added the coconut and strawberry flavors to make the colorful festival on the feast table of Christmas. Furthermore, he invented a menu of European dishes with typical food from Austria, his home country.
The menu today I designed is a typical Austrian-inspired Christmas menu. The starter, the salmon. Usually in Austria we use salmon trout. Then of course as the main we had the roast turkey. And for the dessert, of course, the apple strudel. But for Christmas, to make it a bit more festive, I used mixed berries. They are soaked in rum and some cheese, which is a very unique flavor.
The salmon tartare is basically the salmon mixed with many kinds of sauces. The Austrian can use salmon trout or rainbow trout instead of salmon. This dish holds a very unique way of marinating salmon.
Basically, it's first marinated. You use, it's very basic, simple. 1 liter water, 80 grams of salt and 20 grams of sugar. You make like a brine. This salmon or salmon trout you place in the brine and you can leave it overnight. And the next day, if you use it, you take it out, you dry pat it, and then it's ready to slice. I served it with cucumbers. Then I had a lemon cream, a little bit of sour cream, the sago pearl soaked in soya sauce. So you have the lemony flavor from the lemon cream, and as well the salty flavor from the sago soaked in soya sauce.
The food decoration is also very impressive.
We have, I made the yellow comes from a saffron oil. Then we have also some squid ink. And the green color is from the dill. And then the dark red is from the beetroot. And on top of it, as well, of course, because you have so many colors, it makes it more festivity, more happy.
I met Chef Gerald Prinz when he was preparing for his toast turkey.
I will make some stuffing for the turkey. Turkey in itself, the meat is not very exciting, but the whole things, the condiments and the trimming makes it exciting. You eat it with, said we had the stuffing with ham, apples, onions. We added the herbs, rosemary, thyme inside, and bread.
We put all the ingredients for stuffing together and cook. When the mixture of the ingredients is done, we put eggs and cream, and that is done for the stuffing. So, apart from turkey, what are the other meat options for Christmas?
In Europe, quite a lot of people use duck duck or goose. Actually, in Austria, it's more traditional. They use roast goose because it has more flavor and everything.
The turkey would be toasted during 3 hours.
Watch it. Once the turkey is usually 2.5 to 3 hours, you place the turkey in the oven. It's cooked. The stuffing is automatically also cooked. But on top of it, of course, the stuffing also soaks up some flavors from the turkey. The stuffing is quite tasty. I prefer the stuffing to the turkey.
Before tasting, Chef Gerald Prince still has one more dish to show me. That is dessert. The main ingredients for this dish are floured bread, cheese, and many kinds of berries. Not apple strudel, a very traditional dish from Austria, but berry strudel.
If you make a berry strudel like that, it starts the whole year. And when the season is, you have strawberry season, for example, you add them in a glass jar with sugar and rum. Then the next season comes, you have raspberry. You top up with raspberry, a little bit sugar and rum. So with each season, the pot gets bigger and you have more varieties. Cherries. Later on we have lingonberries, blueberries, boysenberries. So many different kind of berries. And the unique thing, of course, because of the sugar and the rum, all the flavors. And after a few months, you get very, very strong rum, sweet flavor.
The next stage is to make the cheese filling. The cheese filling was made from cheese, eggs, milk, sugar, and bread. All of these ingredients were mixed until they blended together, creating a smooth mixture. And the last stage of making berry strudel is to make the strudel. Only with flour, salt, cooking oil, and water, let's see how the strudel is made. And it would be more interesting for me to participate in this stage.
I heard that this is the most difficult stage in making a strudel, is that?
Yes, that's right. I will show you, I will teach you, and it will be simple for you.
We used about 300 to 500 grams of flour, add some water, cooking oil, a little bit of salt, and mix them together. The cooking oil would make the dough softer and more sticky.
Like this one is usually.
So what do you think makes the essence of a strudel? Is that the filling or is that the dough?
It's both.
It's both.
You need a good dough, and also the filling. Basically, you can put anything in a strudel, from salty to sweet, any kinds of fruits. The dough needs to rest, which means half an hour to an hour, and then the pulling starts. Then the real challenge starts.
What we have to do now is to pull the dough as thin as I can, but don't leave any holes in the strudel. Chef Gerald told me that this step needs skills.
So this is my first time making a strudel, and I have to say it is so much fun. It's a little bit difficult, but I've got Chef right here to help me.
Stretching the dough, adding the cheese filling, and the mixture of berries, baking and plating would be the final step.
So you have mixed berries infused with rum and some cheese, which is a very unique flavor and especially suitable for Christmas.
Okay, so now we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Let's start with the starter. I'm so excited, I can't tell you guys. And the sauce. It's fantastic.
You taste the lemony, the lemon cream,
Yeah, it's a bit sweet.
sweet, sour,
And this is best served with white wine.
white wine, yes.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
As Chef Jared said, the turkey meat on its own is not impressive, but the stuffing. Let's see how it tastes.
You know what? The sweet and sour taste of the lingonberry and the red cabbage, the sweet taste of the honey glazed chestnut goes perfectly with this juicy piece of turkey. It's like Christmas in a mouth.
So now we are at the final dish, specialty of Austria, berry strudel.
Thank you.
As well.
I love the meat.
You really can taste
The rum.
the rum, the fruits soaked in rum and sugar with the spice, but it's not too strong as you have also the cream cheese. The creaminess takes off a little bit the sharpness of the alcohol.
So thank you so much for your hospitality and for all this amazing Christmas food. I love it. So,
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.